So first of all, thank you everybody for joining. My name is Ori Eisenberg. I'm the founder and CEO of Preton. We have Preton has been around for quite some time. We have founded the company in 2005 with the aim of helping organizations manage, control, and reduce the cost of printing. We have, throughout the years, which is almost 21 years now, been selling our products to large organizations, helping them save money and enhance their document security. As a brief history, we were founded in 2005. We've been selling our products since 2006 internationally. We have customers anywhere from the Far East to the US. In 2001, we introduced a new product which is called Preton Print Security, and this is the main reason for this webinar today. But I'll share with you our previous, or our leading product, which is the Preton Saver. And Preton Saver is basically a toner optimization product. We are helping organizations to optimize their toner and ink consumption. We have a set of patents on algorithms that analyze each pixel before it's being printed. And by doing that, we're reducing the amount of pixels the printers are using. And this is a very successful product sold to large organizations, mainly enterprise organizations. And in 2001, we introduced the Preton Print Security, which is a security product that analyzes the content of printed documents and identifies sensitive or private information. Once a document is being identified violating certain rules that the organization is putting in place, the software notifies the data protection managers or the administrators that a document like that is being printed. I'll go in details about the features, but just a brief overview of Preton Saver, where the toner optimization and management usually saves 35 to 50% of toner consumption, ink consumption. We are printer vendor agnostic, we're driver agnostic, so every document that is printed can be optimized. So that's with Preton Saver. With the Preton Print Security, what we're trying to do, or what we've discovered throughout the years, is that many organizations are using DLP solution, data leakage prevention solutions, but they are ignoring or not covering well the paper documents. So we have developed the Preton Print Security in order to bridge that gap and make sure organizations are secure in their printed document environments as well. So the software, once a user prints a document, Preton Print Security is looking into the content of that document and is searching for data patterns or keywords within those documents. For example, like social security numbers, credit card numbers, customers' addresses, or anything the organization is defining as private or sensitive information. So a conservative estimate estimates that 27% of data leakage is from paper documents. So it's really, really easy to print confidential information, put it in your pocket or your bag, and leave the organization. From that moment on, the organization has no control over what's going on or where that data is ending up. And there are many reasons for data breaches or data leakage, but paper records is one of the highest. So in terms of what the product benefits, so we are protecting sensitive and confidential data, eliminating the data breaches and the risk associated with those. I'll just give you an example. One of the largest banks in Europe, who has installed our product, had a data leakage about 18 months ago. Private information of customers that leaked out through printed documents. They were fined 5 million euros for that data leakage. Besides their damage to their reputation and all the bad publicity around it. In addition, we're building, in addition to that part, we are building a forensic database of every printed document or every document the organization feels needs to be, in that database. So we're not only looking for keywords in the documents, but we're also capturing the actual image of the document and storing it in a database that and it can be retrieved at any point through a keyword search or user search or print job search and so on. It also helps our customers maintain their compliance requirements by covering those areas that are mainly that are practically neglected today. So in terms of the features, so the software sends automatic real-time alerts every time a document with defined set of information is printed. It's very simple for the organization to add new rules and define what is considered sensitive information for them. We're building a print history database that can be searched by keywords, data patterns, users, documents, and so on. We can also assign different levels of security to keywords. For example, if it's a credit card number, you can put it as a critical level data. But if it's just a person's name, it can be just a regular alert. And we also have the ability to automatically insert watermark and user annotation to printed documents, so they can be traced back to the person who printed them, or have a certain logo or keyword, marked on them as a watermark. Our customers in the U.S. are, mainly the federal government and banking and insurance, health insurance companies. So we have, the U.S. Army, the U.S. Air Force. We have a lot of different U.S. departments and agencies. And we also have a lot of customers worldwide, all the way from the Far East all the way to the U.S. So this was the presentation. I hope it was short enough. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, I was just trying to think. All right, thank you for running us through that. Would you mind, for the people that are on the call, let's talk about a typical setup in a customer, for example. What would that look like from maybe not a very technical level, but let's talk about the overarching how the product will work. Because obviously you're talking about it recognizing words, recognizing key phrases, and obviously setting priorities on each of those levels. How is it set up? So are we server side with this? So it's something that's installed on the customer's infrastructure. How would it run us through a typical installation, if you will?
Right. So it's a client server application. There is a server in their customer's IT center with the database connected, and a small agent that's being distributed to all the desktops in the organization. So the server is managing all the clients, pushing down the rules, the keywords, and everything that needs to be done on the client side. Every time a client clicks on the print button, we jump in and we're looking at the content of the document. Okay.
And then obviously it can be directed, or it can be stopped, or it can be alerted, and so on and so forth. So yeah. I'm assuming the client server side is obviously quite imperative, because obviously customers will not want that data leaving the premises. It will be something that will need to be controlled within their own IT infrastructure.
Correct. So once the client prints, we create an image of the print job that's being sent securely to a central repository that the client defines inside the organization. Nothing leaves the organization. And we create a database record of the print job where we index the entire content of the printed document, so it can be searched in the future and and identified.
And I would imagine one of the questions that will probably be asked is, if I were to ask it, what sort of time scale would that be on from a print job? Obviously, I understand from the saver side of things, but from the security side of things, from a user's perspective, is it going to take more time for them to print jobs? Is it something that happens pretty instantly? Is it, just give us an idea of that side of things?
Well, it works in parallel. So the print job is being processed and sent to the printer, and we're on another thread, looking at the content and analyzing it. So there's no latency in printing, and there's no disruption to the regular work process.
Nice. And obviously there's a lot of information around this with regards to like you were talking about the security side of things, obviously printer hacking, business productivity, the operational side of the business. This could be incredibly imperative, I would imagine, to some organizations that need to keep their data secure. So obviously working in the US quite a lot, there was a lot of eagles on that page there. So I'm assuming there's a lot of US companies, but you have had some experience within the UK market as well. I noticed the NHS logo on there, and I've noticed there's a Liverpool University or a hospital. So there is some, not case studies as such, but there is some experience with customers within our market as well, right?
Well, yes. So we have a fairly large NHS trust that is using our software to insert user annotation to every print job and watermarks.
Okay.
As well. So they were concerned with private records being leaking from the organization, and by using our user annotation and watermarks, they can identify every printed document. So if a document leaks, they can always go back and see who printed it and when and where, and have an audit trail back to that document, to that user that printed it.
Absolutely, and I think that obviously there is elements of that within, say, print management solutions and things like that. But this is a proactive approach as well, right? Because you can actually put highly prioritized words on there that can make sure that they never get past that point and they never get printed. So it's it's inserting at that stage. I did have one of the questions that just popped in is, how does it work with a print solution? So say a print management solution. And how would that work with a native driver? Now, I know you spoke about it being driver agnostic and printer agnostic, but maybe talk around that for a couple of minutes, just regards to how that would work.
Well, we work way before any other, print management or
Right.
driver. We work at the Windows level. So any print management that comes afterwards will see the print job as a regular print job. We are not interfering with other solutions, and that's why we're also driver agnostic and print technology agnostic. We can work with inkjets, ink gels, solid ink, anything that's out there. Ben, I can show you. I can show a quick demo of how it looks. So this is just an overview of the management console. So we have the number of pages printed on a monthly basis. We can see the applications. How many pages were printed from each application, mono, color, the coverage level. But if you go to the archive section, so we have here, these are all the documents that were printed in the organization, and we have the ability to view each and every one of them. So we can just clicking on the download button, and it will load up the document. This is a large document.
Had to be the big one for the live demo, didn't it?
Yeah.
always the way. Gotta love a live demo.
Right. So this is an Italian sport magazine online. So we can see all the pages that were printed from that document, including the pictures, and we also have the ability to search this document. For example, this document, I believe, contains the word Inter because of Inter Milan, and here are all the documents that were printed that contains the word Inter. So this is the one we loaded previously. There's one from the BBC as well. We can load it up, and Inter will be here because that was during the So we have the ability to search. We have the ability to define rules, and then I created the rule with your name. And what I'll show now is if I print a document that has the word Ben in it, and with a Visa credit card number.
Okay.
I'll print it to a virtual printer. Hold on, it needs to connect. Sorry, it's a virtual machine on a Azure cloud.
I would imagine half the people on this call would know your pain, Laurie. I wouldn't worry. Virtual machines are always fun when it comes to that.
Slow.
And it is going all the way across the pond over to us. So it's taking its time for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't want to do it. Always on a live demo, Laurie. Always happens.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on with Azure.
While it's doing that, I mean, it is worth mentioning that this is very much designed towards the enterprise space, right, Ori? Obviously, with regards to where we're at commercially, you're very much looking at the enterprise level customers.
Right.
And the fact, I'm assuming that it is pretty. I wouldn't say that's not so simple to set up and configure, but I would hope it would be intuitive and easy to set up from that side and create the rules and create any side of that on the server software, right?
Right. So it's not the level of it's really like setting up an antivirus in an organization. It's a small server component, database, and and pushing out clients. So let me just see, why is that doing that?
It doesn't like your virtual printer, that's for sure.
Yeah. Let me close that for you. Just close that.
Oh, we had another question pop in quick. Let me just get that while you're doing that. So this is a server-based solution. What client needs to be installed in either in the end user PC, and also does it support Windows, Mac, and Linux?
Well, we support only Windows
Right.
environments, which is I think way over 90% of the organization using Windows. In terms of the client, it's a very small package. It runs as a service on the Windows PC, and it's very easy to install. Just a very small package being distributed.
Okay, and that's obviously can be distributed through the multiple venues they normally do with logon or whatever it may be, and that can be distributed out with that. I'm assuming it's just a small MSI or something like that.
Exactly.
And have you got role-based access control within the product?
Well, we do. We do have that, and it can be defined in the server.
Okay.
So Ben, I have printed a document with your name and a
okay.
number, okay, and I'll go to first of all, I'll refresh the report. Get this out. Let's see, Ben. Okay, so this is the document printed right now.
Mm-hmm.
If I open it, I'll see Ben, Selectec, okay? And if I'll open the document, the actual archive image, you will see that I've added confidential as a watermark on it. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And I also added a user annotation here at the bottom, which gives the hash key of the document, saved document, the name of the user, the date, and the time.
Very nice.
So this document has, is associated with the user who printed it. Also, I will show you. Hold on. Okay, I also received two emails saying that one of the rules had been compromised. A rule called Ben, which this is the rule that identified your name in the document, and a rule called Visa, which notifies me that this document was printed with a credit card number.
Okay, nice. So you're also getting email updates. And is there any way of getting updates other than the email? Is it straight to? Is that the only option, or is there ways of notifying on other platforms?
No, just an email at the moment.
Yeah.
So
cool.
so the security administrator is getting the email immediately once the print job is being carried out.
Okay, and like you say, there's a role-based access in there anyway, so you can set up the different roles for different people in the organization anyway.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, go on, please.
It's really in a nutshell. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Oh, yeah, appreciate that. We've been doing it on the fly, Ori, so that's been good. I mean, if anyone does have any updates, we didn't want to go too deep into this. Again, you know what we do at Selectec. We like to give you an overview of what the solution is and whether it's of interest. If anyone does have any further questions, then please, by all means, put them in the chat, or you can put your hand up or whatever it may be, and we can answer them now. To give you an idea, like I said before, it is an enterprise product that we're looking, or that Ori is looking at. So there is a minimum user count on this one, isn't there, Ori? So it's just worthwhile mentioning, guys.
Yeah.
Don't know whether you want to take that piece, Ori.
Yeah, it's 250 users. That's the minimum.
Yeah.
You know, our largest customer in terms of users for the Preton Saver for the tone optimization is a large bank with 250,000 employees.
Yep.
And for the print security is 45,000 users in a single organization. We're currently rolling this solution out now to the entire U.S. Army, starting from the Pentagon in Washington and rolling it out to their to the rest of the organization, worldwide deployment.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a hell of a name drop there. I'll give you that, with the Pentagon. Very nice. But yeah, it's worthwhile mentioning. Obviously, it's going to be for those kind of customers, and obviously GDPR, data protection, and everything like that is going to be very important to those kind of customers anyway. That's why this solution is positioned in the way it is. Just to give you an idea as well, guys, we have done the commercials on this, and they are very, very strong. They're very good looking with regards to the resellability and obviously the margins available. So if that's a conversation that you would like to have, obviously we wouldn't do that on a global platform like we do now, but we can obviously have further conversations with you. Have you got anything else you'd like to add, Ori? And if not, we'll let the guys get about their day.
Well, I'll be happy to take any questions. You know, no, but I think the solution speaks for itself. I think it's a unique solution. There is nothing exactly like that out there. We are very well positioned. I think the security aspect is becoming more and more dominant now in organizations, and you know, it's just a self-explanatory type of solution.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. I think it does speak for itself, and it's very interesting from our side. So what we will suggest, guys, is that if you do have any questions or you do want to follow up, obviously the NFRs and trials are available as well through Ori at the Preton side of things. So we're happy to get involved and get you access to it so you can have a look around.